Hello, and welcome to day number 10 of hashtag 12 days of Christmas in July. Today we're going to create a pop-out card, which is super easy, and I'm going to show you step by step how to create it. For my project, I use my free digital collection, Mini Christmas. All the information is in the description down below. So I've got 7 by 10 inches white cards. I scored it in half, which is 5 inches, and I've got the card base 5 by 7 inches. Now I've got a panel measuring 6 3/4 by 4 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to assemble it at the front of the card. And just to finish off the design at the front, I use 2 panels from my mini digital collection, and I'm going to adhere them together. All together, they're going to create a panel measuring 6.5 by 4.5 of an inch. So if you have smaller strips of your favorite design papers, that is the way to go. And I really hope you'll use that trick for your project. So now we're going to decorate the inside. I'm going to have 2 red panels measuring 6 3/4 by 4 3/4 of an inch. As you can see, I'm using my one and only liquid glue because I do have time to maneuver all those elements. And today I had a look at my stash and I found the design paper, which is absolutely perfect for this project. Its name is 12 Days of Christmas, and I'm going to use one of the designs here. I thought that would be such a good idea, especially for that hashtag 12 Days of Christmas in July. So here is the design paper. It is 12 by 12 inches, and I'm going to cut it to the size I need. So in this case, that would be 6.5 by 4.5 of an inch, and I need 2 panels of those. One will go at the top and one at the bottom. If you haven't heard about hashtag 12 Days of Christmas in July, it is hosted by Monika, PaperMona. There are other crafters taking part in this collaboration, including Katarina, Benita, Shirley, and Mel. We're going to create the elements for that pop-out element. So my very first panel is 1.5 by 5.5 of an inch. Now I'm going to score it at 2 inches, 2.5, then 4.5 of an inch, and 5 inches. And that will be the panel for the right-hand side inside of my card. Now I'm going to burnish all those score lines. If you've never ever created a pop-out card, I really hope you'll feel inspired because every single one is so unique and it has so much dimension when you open the card. Now I've got the panel 3.5 by 3.5 of an inch, and I'm going to score it at 3/4 of an inch, 1.5, 2 1/4 of an inch, and the last score line will be at 3 inches. And then I need one more panel that will go on top of this one because I want to have the presents literally like on different levels, and that is the way to go. So if you've never ever created a pop-out card, I really hope you'll give this one a go. So I've got the panel 2.5 by 3 inches, and I'm going to score it at half an inch, 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inches. So it is time to fold and burnish those score lines and assemble those elements together. As you can see, I created a flap on every single one, so it's easier to assemble. I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue. I'm going to put all the elements together. Super quick and simple. And with those elements, you can also use your tool to actually go inside and burnish that element. That is the best idea, I think. If you'd like to get this glue, I left the link in the description down below because I also found it on Amazon. And there is a link to Buy Me a Coffee website with that free digital Christmas collection. So have a look. As you can see, those elements go together very quickly. And now it will be time to put them inside of the card. I decided to use some elements from my Christmas collection, and I really want to make sure that everything will be exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to start with that longer piece here, and I'm going to apply the glue on 2 of the sides. I'm going to use the score line inside of my card just to line it up, and then you can close the card and burnish it. And the best idea is to wait a little bit when the glue is set, then you can move to the next step. So now I'm going to check if my Santa is going to fit. And this is very crucial because very often we just adhere things, but when you do a dry run, it really makes sense. Here I'm going to put the glue on the longer piece and also on the smaller side. Again, I'm going to put it inside of my card, line it up with the score line, then close it and burnish it. Super quick and simple. As I told you, today is the day 10 of hashtag 12 Days of Christmas in July, hosted by Monika. So we've got two more videos coming, and one will be tomorrow, then the other the following day. And I can tell you those projects will be amazing, and I really encourage you to check all the tutorials by Katarina, Benita, Shirley, Mel, and of course Monika, PaperMona. And I left the links to the YouTube channels in the description down below because we're going to have our videos at 6 p.m. UK time. So please have a look. It is absolutely amazing to see those beautiful creations every single day. And I really wonder which one is your favorite. And I can tell you that for the last day for this challenge, I'm going to create something very special and unique. So stay tuned for that. So as you can see, I've got two levels for my presents. Now it will be time to adhere them. So I'm going to put the glue on my red panel and then I'm going to adhere them. Super quick and simple. So if you've never ever created a pop-out card, I really hope you will give it a go. It is so easy. To be honest, this card took me half an hour to put together, which I think for a handmade card is really impressive. All you have to do is to fussy cut the elements. But if you want, you can also use an electronic machine to do it for you. That is an option as well. So the card inside is completed. Now I'm going to finish to decorate the front of the card. And I've got all the elements fussy cut here. And I also have a sentiment in Polish using gold mirror card because if you know, I love traditional Christmas colors. So tomorrow the challenge is slightly different and I really wonder what you're going to think about my project because that will be a massive challenge for me. So stay tuned for that. Here I'm going to use some double-sided foam adhesive for extra dimension because at this point I thought all those holly leaves a little bit lost. But if you give them a little bit of dimension, that really makes a difference. So this card comes together very quickly. If you don't want to, you don't have to use that double-sided foam adhesive. You can also emboss your front panel, and that will be perfectly fine. But I really like colors, and I couldn't resist, to be honest. So I'm using my pokey tool to peel off the backing of that tape and I'm going to put all those elements together. And it's always a good idea to actually have couple of leaves extra, just in case. And to be honest, my wreath was slightly bigger than I expected. So couple extra leaves really made a difference here. So as you can see, this wreath comes together very quickly. And that's what I like about handmade cards. Very often, they don't really have to take that much time, but they are very amazing. And I think handmade cards are the best gift you can do because when the recipient gets it, they not only get what you like, but also your time and effort. If you agree with me, please let me know in the comments down below. So here the wreath is nearly completed and I really wanted to add that bow you can see on the left hand side. It is my favorite element from that collection and I thought, why not? Let's go wild. Let's add the ribbon on the right hand side. So when the wreath is finished, I'm going to add a sentiment using my liquid glue because I do have time to maneuver it. And you can always get rid of the excess on your hand. And that's what I usually do if you watch my videos. And I also wonder how many videos of that hashtag 12 days of Christmas have you seen on my channel and other ladies' channels. Please let me know in the comments down below because I watch every single one of them. Because we don't really discuss what we're going to create for that collaboration, but When we watch it, we are absolutely amazed how beautiful every single project is. So if you haven't seen other crafters, beautiful makes, please go to their YouTube channels. Go to Monika, PaperMona, Katarina, Benita, Shirley, and Mel. And I know a couple of crafters I know also decided to create their own Christmas makes using our prompts. So there is Denise and also Lisa, Crafting Diva. So here I added couple of gold pearls and the cut is complete. Super quick, simple, and there is plenty of space to write your message on the back. So what do you think about this pop-out card? Do you like it? I really hope you do. Please let me know in the comments down below. So here you can see the crafters taking part in this collaboration. If you want to do it, all you have to do is to use that hashtag on your social media. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And see you tomorrow for another tutorial. Happy crafting!